It is painful. It is brutal. And I'm standing here before you.
The internet is buzzing again, louder than ever. And at the center of it all is Micky McCoy's wife, who, according to online whispers and fan interpretations, may have just dropped one of the most confusing, explosive, and wildly debated hints the gossip world has seen in months. It all started with a few vague messages that people claim she shared. Messages that weren't direct accusations or hard statements, but felt loaded enough that the rumor-hungry corners of the internet immediately latched on and began spinning theories at full speed. And somehow, through a chain of reposts, interpretations, out-of-context comments, and a whole lot of fan detective work, the story morphed into something bigger. A swirling online rumor suggesting that Erika Kirk and a top TPUSA figure might have been in on something. What that something is depends entirely on which corner of the internet you stumble into, because the theories stretch from the dramatic to the downright bizarre. Before going any deeper, it's worth remembering that none of this is confirmed. These are not facts. They're not verified. They're not official statements. They're simply the kind of digital smoke that fans love to turn into a wildfire. Screenshots with no context, anonymous accounts claiming insider knowledge, dramatic TikTok stitches, and long Reddit threads filled with speculation have all contributed to blowing this whole thing into a full-scale internet spectacle. But the lack of confirmation has never stopped fandoms in the past, and it's certainly not stopping them now. If there's one thing the internet knows how to do, it's take a hint, real or imagined, and build an entire narrative universe around it. So here's how things escalated. Fans claim that Micky McCoy's wife shared posts that sounded frustrated, as though she had been dealing with behind-the-scenes stress for longer than she wanted to admit. The posts themselves were not explicit. They were vague enough to be interpreted 1,000 different ways, which ironically made them more explosive. Vague frustration in the world of influencer culture is like dropping a single match into a room full of gasoline. It ignites instantly. People began asking, who was she talking about? What situation was she hinting at? Was someone working against her? Was she betrayed? Was it personal? Was it professional? The lack of clarity gave the internet permission to fill in the blanks however they wanted. From there, corners of social media began connecting her posts, rightfully or wrongfully, to Erika Kirk and the TPUSA Chief of Staff. Some users said the timing lined up. Some insisted there were subtle clues in older interactions. Others argued that the connection made no sense at all, and that people were reading way too deeply into coincidence. But as the debates grew, so did the theories. TikTok creators began posting breakdown videos, screenshot analyses, and timeline reconstructions that made the situation seem like a true crime investigation. Old photos were revisited, past events were re-examined, even old likes and unlikes were brought up as if they were court evidence. Supporters of Erika Kirk pushed back hard, saying none of this lines up, and that people were stretching harmless posts into dramatic accusations. They pointed out that speculation without evidence is just speculation, and that assuming hidden motives in people's relationships is not only unfair, but irresponsible. But on the internet, pushback doesn't slow rumors down. It often strengthens them. The more supporters denied the theories, the more some fans insisted that there must be something going on behind the scenes. It's the classic internet paradox. Denial becomes fuel, not water. This entire situation grew even more chaotic when people started using the phrase "quiet alliance" to describe what they believed was happening. That phrase took off almost immediately. According to the rumor cycle, fans theorized that Erika Kirk and the TPUSA Chief of Staff had been communicating behind the scenes long before Micky McCoy's wife's posts surfaced. Again, none of this was proven. None of it came from credible sources. But the idea of a secret partnership, real or imagined, was dramatic enough to keep people glued to the story. And once the term "quiet alliance" entered the conversation, content creators ran with it. Videos popped up showing arrows connecting names, events, and public appearances as if solving a puzzle no one asked to solve. People were posting theories faster than anyone could debunk them. Meanwhile, others suggested that the entire rumor spiral was just a giant misunderstanding. Many believed that Micky McCoy's wife's posts were about something completely unrelated. Maybe personal stress, maybe something in her private life, and that the internet had wrongly injected other people into a situation that had nothing to do with them. That's the thing about online vagueness. When someone posts something emotional, fans often assume it must be connected to drama, even when it isn't. Still, even the possibility of misunderstanding didn't stop the speculation. Comment sections filled with messages like, "There's no way this is a coincidence," or "Something feels off," or "This is definitely connected." People enjoy the thrill of playing detective, even if the case they're solving doesn't exist. And once enough people agree that a pattern is real, the rumor starts to feel like reality, even when the foundation is paper thin. As all this spread, another group emerged, the entertained spectators. This is the group that doesn't believe anything, doesn't deny anything, but loves the show. They sit back with digital popcorn and watch the chaos unfold, reposting the funniest theories, reacting to the wildest claims, and treating the drama like a serialized Netflix series that updates in real time. For them, it's all entertainment. They don't need resolution. They just want the story to keep going. And inevitably, it did keep going. Every time someone posted a vague message, every time someone unfollowed someone else, every time someone didn't respond publicly, fans took it as a clue silence became suspicious. Neutrality became meaningful. Even emojis became interpreted as signals. A sighing emoji was read as confirmation. A heart emoji was seen as sarcasm. A lack of emoji was analyzed like ancient runes. If someone blinked twice in a story, people turned it into a theory. And in the middle of all this, the supposed messages attributed to Micky McCoy's wife continued fueling the fire. People started reading her words as signals rather than statements. Signals that she was tired. Signals that she felt alone in something. Signals that she was fed up. Whether that was actually the case, or whether she was just venting about something mundane, didn't matter. The internet had already picked a narrative, and once a narrative sticks, it becomes nearly impossible to pull apart. The wildest part of the entire situation is how quickly it escalated from a handful of vague comments into a full-scale rumor storm implicating multiple people who may not even be connected. That's the power and the danger of vague drama in the influencer world. A single sentence with no context can evolve into a massive storyline driven not by facts, but by emotions, interpretations, and assumptions. And once fans invest in a theory, they defend it like it's a personal belief. So where does that leave everything now? In limbo. Total limbo. Nothing is confirmed. Nothing is proven. There are no official statements clarifying what the posts meant, who they were about, or whether anyone involved is connected at all. The rumors are still nothing more than rumors. Speculation built on speculation. But that hasn't stopped people from refreshing pages, checking stories, analyzing comments, or waiting for the next vague post that they can build an entire chapter around. One thing is certain, this saga is far from over. The internet doesn't let go of mysteries easily, especially ones involving public figures, emotional posts, and unanswered questions. The drama has taken on a life of its own, and now everyone is waiting for the next twist. Whether it's another cryptic message, a denial, a new rumor, or something completely unrelated, that the internet will inevitably connect back to this storyline. And that's the nature of online gossip. Today's rumor becomes tomorrow's headline. Tomorrow's headline becomes next week's theory. And next week's theory becomes the start of a whole new cycle. Whether there's any truth behind the speculation, or whether this is just the internet entertaining itself with puzzle pieces that don't fit together, remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, people are watching closely. And the moment anything new drops, real or imagined, you can bet the entire internet will be there, ready to interpret it, debate it, and turn it into the next big plot twist. If this blew your mind even a little, tap like and smash subscribe. It helps the channel more than you think. See you in the next one.